young nigga shit only, no rap. But mastermind bosses, we on boss shit. You ain't on no mastermind shit trying to complete shit. I got dreams, niggas never mad enough.
Man, talk about, you know, you come up, you growing up there, like what was you into as a kid and all that stuff?
I ain't gonna lie, my bad ass guy, for sure. Like him, stealing cars and shit, bopping, running with them members. On my life, I was in college 1 week, we moved my clothes in, moved this shit back out there, like 4-5 days. I was too gangster for this shit.
What's a $1 million mindset to you?
Get rich or die trying. Hold on, he just said Goose on the phone. Hold on, let me call back. Whop on the hill, he like, you trying to get some money? Trying to work? Like, I don't work for no nigga. I'm trying to get some money though. He like, I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna change your life. Shit, he hung the phone up.
Hey yo, squad, what's the drill? Back with another video, man. Coming from the underside of Memphis on the banks of the Mississippi, Cayman Carwell, or FTO Sett as we know him, was raised in the locality that most people refer to as South Vegas. Ever since he signed his first deal with Gucci's label 1017 in 2022, FTO Sett has made it leaps and bounds towards success. Bro has been the face of Memphis's aspiring rappers and has managed to already achieve what many rappers only get to do after a couple years in the game. Get jail time. Now, hold up, before you twist my words, this is not a good thing, but it seems like it is definitely in fashion when many rising stars nowadays, and the controversies around such cases are always on the upward spiral, thanks to the internet though. FTO Sett finds himself caught up in the system and currently behind bars as of right now on illegal substance and firearms charges, and it looks like FTO might be getting some PTO in his rap career. So who is FTO Sett? How did he get caught up? And when is he coming out? We're gonna find out. So without further ado, let's skip the play and get down to business. In this world of widespread media, it really is not hard to find inspiration to become a lyricist or a rapper, but it is highly likely that Sett's inspiration was far from being what was in the mainstream. Sett is cousins with another Memphis rising star, Pooh Shiesty. Shiesty signed with Gucci Mane back in 2019, and it seemed like Sett has firmly followed the same route. And now, it seems like the two are almost inseparable in their mutual pursuits, as both are going in some pretty similar directions with pretty similar cases. But on the real, it's only right we give you the backstory on FTO and who he really is. You see, FTO was actually first seriously motivated to step into Memphis's rap game back in 2020 when he was recorded by a friend in his makeshift home studio. His friend Cam is now deceased, rest in peace to him, but FTO found the inspiration to begin in the rap game and subsequently developed his passion that would turn into a full-time thing.
Yeah, I get Cam all credit for the rap shit. All credit for it. Cause she part of a nigga feeling. I love the brother. I was scarred.
It was a hustle, but some of his other adventures saw bro make trips to prison up until 2022. These trips to prison gave Sett more perspective, and while none of his time was too serious, he developed a trapped out persona. Luckily for him though, his work like Got Motion with Tay G meant that the big boys was watching, and soon, Sett received an offer by Gucci Mane to sign to his label. After that, he was released from the joint and went ham on his music career. And guess who filed his bond? Yep, none other than Gucci. I mean, like him or not, that's some real G stuff, man, and he usually rock with real ones, because he a real one himself.
So the second day, my ears signed people in the home, I'm looking at Gucci, I'm like, man, you see, he's finna show me something, what the f showing me? That's what I said, man, you being relieved, $300 bone.
Gucci Mane and Sett got to work soon after, and then before you know it, Gucci Mane was featured on one of his tracks, the 2022 jump Break Out That C. With millions of streams across all of the streaming platforms, Sett was now in the big game. And of course, the good stuff did not stop there, and Sett went on to create even more brilliant pieces of art. While 2022 was his breakthrough, 2023 is what many people would consider his peak thus far, with him releasing hit after hit. But one thing I really like about FTO Sett is how he did stay true to his hometown, even releasing a song called South Vegas Drive, in which Sett showed up with all the homeboys in the day ones right in the hood. That was a clear hit and had over 2 million views on YouTube alone in less than a year. Of course, this wasn't the only one. His other hit was Piss Sett Off, and it garnered 6.7 million in the same time period on YouTube. Now, with the man out to sell and back on the streets, it was all sailing smooth and well. He made some decent dough and was also building a name for himself. Needless to mention that while this was all pretty fast-paced, he still had a long way to go. The overall success for the Life of a Slime Crook mixtape that had 29 songs was phenomenal, and FTO Sett was already on the right path to success. This mixtape had pieces that ended up securing spots in Jay-Z's Couple Songs of 2023 titled playlist. Even in his own words, 2023 had been great and he was just getting started. But as everything went up, so did his lifestyle and the lifestyle of those around him. FTO Sett and his buddies were going wild on parties, and that became a fairly problematic thing for the local community he was in. You see, folks, none of the videos in Sett's releases were only for the video. There were actual parties going on with the entire squad really getting under people's skin. In fact, many even came out against the crew saying that they were disturbing the peace. Sett and his people were making news already, and not for the right reasons.
And so Shauna was telling me, so for the actual video for Piss Sett Off, right, the actual music video, you were on the news, cops were shutting down. Tell me what happened.
Some pastor even complained to the news that because of all of the commotion and blockade created by Sett's parties, he cannot even make it to church. That's crazy. I mean, I could see that Sett and his people were only living their lives, but they really needed to understand that the respect you bring to your neighborhood and home does not solely come from the success and the money you make.
In the fourth joint, we gotta take care of the people around us, so they're there for my nigga and them to get up so we can make sure everybody around us good. Everybody, family, sisters, cousins, friends, everybody, just period.
Typically, I would not want to sound like a cranky old timer, but this was really getting out of hand.
You got a dice game over here. You got something else over there. You got on a picnic table. This like a whole village.
Now over here, some might still argue that this really didn't sound that bad, but it actually was. The lyrics were sung out loud in the streets, and some of them were less than ideal, to say the least. In today's world, where rising rappers often pride themselves on being ruthless in their actions and their words, Sett dissed another guy from another group who was missing since 2022. This guy was missing from EPG, and Sett did not hold back in dissing the guy. Interestingly enough, the guy's father had already placed a 10 grand reward on finding his son, and even ramped it up to 15 grand soon after. His Facebook post asked for serious leads, and that man was clearly not playing about his son. Another hazardous ingredient added to this concoction was an unpleasant and disrespectful gesture. During the shooting of the Piss Sett Off video, Sett and his crew burned a shirt, and some neighbors attributed this to what was about to come. The shirt supposedly had the name of Jeremy Lane, another EPG member who was also taken out on the streets some time ago. Now you can already see how the amount of disrespect was phenomenal, but unfortunately, this is a commonly witnessed vicious cycle. This became the case soon when, after this party and video shoot, a drive-by on Sett and his crew resulted in a 40-year-old woman losing her life. No motive was immediately discovered as police reported that somebody just came popping through the area. Some locals attributed this violence to the youngsters who had already supposedly lost it and went wild. Others believed firmly that the retaliation was due to the t-shirt incident that was just discussed. None of this was right, and it seems like even after coming out of prison and landing a better chance at life through his music, FTO Sett was choosing to do it the wrong way. It's safe to say that with the recent escalations in firearm altercations across the entire country, the feds and all other forms of law enforcement are ready, pretty much on their toes, and ready to get some of them troublemakers behind bars. It is because of the same reasons that FTO was on the radar, but with new evidence becoming increasingly hard to come by, it probably seemed like a challenge to the guys in blue and how they could actually get the drop on bruh. Interestingly enough, what he went down for was actually what happened years ago, the same case that Gucci Mane had bailed him out for. The context is fairly simple. Police were searching the streets of Memphis for a stolen rental car when FTO Sett came into their net. Looking for something completely different, police found something else. They caught FTO Sett in possession of a stolen Glock 23 and another Glock 32. To make matters worse, Sett and his homies tried evading the scene when the cops crept up on them. This really did not sit well with the authorities, who subsequently put mans behind bars. Sett was caught in a forested area and was also in possession of another Glock 19 that was stolen. I mean, it seldom gets worse than that. In his time being in the woods and all curled up, when he got to the woods, man, he was supposed to toss that joint. If you don't toss that joint like a backstage groupie, man, damn. Common sense, man. It's common sense. But I can imagine the adrenaline and the nerves that got the best of our boy, and things just wasn't in his favor that night. But wait, Sett wasn't done yet. He thought hiding in the woods with a stolen strap wasn't enough, so he kept half a pound of herb with him and some Adderall on him. Too bad that he ain't used none of that, because he wasn't focusing at all. I mean, the biggest crime is that the case of sheer negligence happened. If you really connect the puzzle, I think that really becomes the bottom line. Sett was out partying in the streets like he owned the place before ever properly starting up his music career. I mean, no disrespect, he undoubtedly has a lot of potential, but he gotta smarten up. If he plans on continuing to make the best of his music career, that is. It's unfortunate that FTO Sett couldn't catch a break, and not to mention not too long ago his bond was revoked, so his future is in limbo as he stays behind them bars. Instead of South Vegas, your boy thought he was in Las Vegas and decided to keep gambling with his freedom. But in the end, the house always wins. In this case, it's the big house. But yo, hopefully bruh could be out sooner or later and be able to turn things around. Maybe even do his part in dissolving the street drama that's going on in his area. But until then, all he can do is stay strong, stay alert, and stay real. I'm out, y'all.